tell you, kids, get away from those games. Turn that stuff off. Get away. Get your Bible out. Get something else in you. Let's see here. I want to get to this. Let me show you this real quick. This was a church. Let's see, where is it? This is from New Zealand. This is from a news website in New Zealand. St. Matthew's unveils Facebook crucifixion billboard for Easter. Now, I happen to have a screen capture of that. Here is what a church is putting out on its billboard, okay? And it puts out this picture of Jesus hanging on the cross, and you go, okay, so what is it? Well, here's the article. St. Matthew in the city has unveiled its new Easter billboard, a Facebook photo of the crucifixion, and it's liked by Judas Iscariot. In other words, in fact, you don't see the whole thing. I wonder if it actually showed up on there. Let me get rid of that. No, yeah, there it is. Hang on. You can just barely see it down at the bottom. It says Judas Iscariot likes this. It's got a little thumbs up thing. Okay, that's just wrong. Okay, I mean that's just there's nothing right about that. Why would you as a church put that up? It's one of those shock things. Oh, look at what that church is doing. Oh, and you know what? They got what they wanted out of it. They made the newspaper. They made the news. So you know what? Their church's name is up on the TV screen, and everybody, it's drawing attention to them. You know what that is? You know what that is? Read Ezekiel 16. You know what that is? That's the harlot. That is God who adorned Jerusalem. He cleaned her up, and He adorned her, and He gave her gifts, and He gave her all of this stuff, and she went and took all of this stuff that God adorned her with, and you know what she did? She went out and whistled for everybody that walked by. Hey, big boy, look at me. That's what these churches are doing. Oh, boy. Let's see here. What else can I get in trouble with today? Yeah, I think I'll wait on that. Several of you have sent me the vibrating tattoo article. Who is it? Nokia has a patent out now for new technology where they will tattoo on you some sort of magnetic tattoo that will react with your cell phone, and it will vibrate when your phone rings. Okay? It's like Spider-Man with his spider senses. You'll be getting a phone call, and all of a sudden you'll go, ooh, I'm getting a call. Hang on. Yeah, hello. Okay? And some people are looking at that going, let's see here. It's putting a mark on your skin, and it's linked to technology. No, it's not for me. Not going to have anything to do with it. All right. Let's see here. You heard the song. Jill sent me that song here a while back. And I liked it so well, I thought I'd play it again today. What is the evidence? And I posted this on Twitter, and I put this on Facebook. What is the evidence what is the best evidence for a worldwide, universal, which means all over the world, flood? What is the best evidence for that? Now, I get sent a lot of things, okay? I get sent a lot of neato stuff. And this is probably the most peculiar. I've had people send me honey. I've had people send me, man, what else have they sent me? Send me books and DVDs and things like that. They'll send me music to listen to. I've had that. This is probably the most unusual box I ever got in the mail, okay? It was a box of rocks. A box of rocks. And I called Lindsay to me, and I said, Lindsay, come here. And she came running up the stairs. And I handed her a box of rocks. And I said, I want you to photograph these rocks on your phone. Email them to me. And she said, oh, boy. Dad just gave me a box of rocks. And I said, well, at least you're smarter than that. So anyway, she commenced to photographing the box of rocks. A family, I think they were in Pennsylvania. If you're listening and I got it wrong, forgive me. But they said, Pastor Mike, we were digging up. We're building a new house, and they had the excavators out there digging. and they dug this up. And they said they started pulling these rocks out from underneath the dirt, and they started looking at them, and they said, "Whoa, check that out." Okay? And I'm looking at them, and I'm going, "That's pretty cool." I have numerous examples here. Lindsay did a pretty good job with this. Here's the next one. I want you to look at the detail. Okay? Look at the detail on these. You can actually, this looks like dandelions, which this time of year here in Missouri, they are everywhere. The yellow dandelions, they come up out of the grass, and some people don't like them. I think they're pretty, and but anyway, those look like dandelions. Now that is solid rock, and I want you to think about something while I'm showing you these pictures. Okay, I want you to think about. I want you to look at this one. Notice the detail of there's two different things there in that picture that's embedded in that rock. I want you to notice that detail. Okay, very, very minuscule patterns embedded into that rock. Okay, and I want you to think about that detail, how that got there. Here's another. Here's some more. I don't know, buttercups or dandelions or daisies or whatever. Okay. Let's see here. Let's pull this one up here. There's a better look at the imagery. And let's see here. Here's the last one here. Okay. Look at all the details in that. All right. Now, let me go back to this for a second. Okay. Let's just use our imagination for a second. Okay. A flower falls face down in the mud. Okay? And let's say in normal times, a flower falls face down in the mud and leaves an imprint in the dirt and the mud. Okay? In our normal realm of things, what happens? In about a week to 2 weeks, let's say that the flower there is embedded in that mud. In about a week to 2 weeks, that flower is going to decompose, and if it's still in that mud, it'll decompose out of that little, and it may leave that mark in the mud, okay? But what is it that you and I know about mud? It doesn't stay that, even if it dries, it doesn't stay that way. The next time it rains, it's going to ruin the pattern that flower left in there. Okay? So I want you to think about it. When whatever it was, whatever these things are, let me pull this one up here. Okay? Whatever landed on this mud and left that imprint there must have turned to near solid rock almost immediately, or I would say within a few days. Does everybody follow me so far? Okay, I know I can't hear you, but I want you to go along with this. In other words, whatever landed here and left this mark, normally within a few weeks or a month, those marks don't exist. Okay? They're not left around. Even animal tracks. I mean, I'm a hunter. Okay? And we go through the woods, usually before deer season every year, and we're looking for tracks. Now we're looking for fresh tracks. And we can tell the difference between fresh tracks and old tracks, because after a while the old tracks disappear. They don't exist anymore. Okay? We don't go through the woods and look at a deer track in the mud and say, I wonder if that's a year old or if that's 100 years old. That's ridiculous. We don't think that. We can pretty much tell how fresh it is. Anybody who hunts knows this. Anybody who tracks anything knows this. And so the idea is that this must have formed nearly immediately and turned into solid rock within a very, very short amount of time. The video that I did, Man Walked with Dinosaurs, same thing. Okay, same thing. Here we have in Glen Rose, Texas, you have this creek bed, and you have, most times of the year that creek bed is dry, and you have this layer of rock that has It literally has a human footprint embedded in a dinosaur footprint. Okay? Now, again, with tracks, whether they be human tracks or animal tracks, in today's world, if I were to go out and if I were to leave my footprint in the mud or my shoe print in the mud somewhere, within a matter of a couple weeks, it doesn't exist anymore. It weathers itself out, and it's gone. Any remnant of that is gone. Let's say in a month or a year, it's all gone. It's all covered over, and you'll never find it again. Okay? So this must have, when that human stepped in that dinosaur's footprint, that must have hardened nearly instantly. Okay? So think about it. Okay? Think about the evidence for a worldwide flood. Here you have these plant and animals that are dropping to the ground, and they have layers of silt, mud, and dirt that's accumulating on top of it. Okay? And before these flowers or these plants or these animals or anything like that, before they have a chance to fully decompose, the silt or the mud that they are laying in turns and hardens into rock. That quick. Okay? Maybe not that quick, but within a matter of days, before it has time to decompose, and any other kind of pressure, water, or weathering of any kind has a chance to have any effect on it whatsoever, that has to... Let me show you this again. Let me see. Where is it? This right here. This is one of my favorite ones. Look at the layer. Look at the level of detail in that. I mean, it's very, very minuscule. Okay? That section there is about the size of my hand, and you can see every line and every little imprint there. Whatever that was that made that must have hardened very quickly. So think about the silt and the mud now, and now it has pressing down on it, I mean, a huge, unfathomable amount of water, which has... Water is heavy. If you've ever had to carry water, water is heavy. And that water, as high, 15 cubits higher than the highest mountain, whatever that was at the time, is pressing down on that mud. And you all know that the more pressure that you put on something, the harder it becomes. And that's what happened.